Have you always wanted to play guitar, but you felt like, man, I'm not musically inclined. I can't do that. I'm just a regular Joe. I'm a regular Joe, okay? Anyone can play guitar. I'm going to show you how you can be playing guitar in 7 days, 1 week. That's it. My name is Brandon. This is MyPOVGuitar. I do things a little differently. I believe that showing you exactly how to play guitar from your point of view, from how you're going to be looking at the guitar in your hands, makes all the difference. So let's get to it. 7 days to play guitar. Okay, so the first thing is how to hold the guitar. And this is for right-handed players. See the recess there? It fits nicely on your right, above your knee, okay? You just find a good spot where it feels comfortable. And then what you're gonna do is you want to be able to drape the crook of your arm kind of on this hump on the top here so that you're at a perfect position for the sound hole here to strum or to pick, right? The next part is how to place your hand to make the chords that you'll be playing on the neck. So about halfway up the back of the neck, place your thumb, kind of use it as a rest. You kind of brace it there and it gives you leverage. And you kind of swing out like a trapeze. We'll get more into this when we're making chords because you want all the notes to ring out. The main thing is not to have your thumb, your hand way up here because that flattens, and because what you have to do is come out and at the strings, okay? If you have bigger hands and your thumb is still way up there, that's fine. You just don't want to be where your fingers can't come out and at. Okay. I recommend when you're first starting out to play with a pick. So just take the insignia, the logo, and your thumb wants to come across horizontally. And then your index finger is going to kind of go down. Those two fingers. That's how you hold the pick. Now that you know how to hold the guitar properly and where to put your hands, now it's time to make chords, okay? Chords are just, think of them as shapes. Your hands are going to make shapes. It's going to press down certain strings to make certain notes. It's just a series of notes. To make up the chord. So if you're going to be self-taught, you're probably going to be looking at tutorials like this one. So you need to know how to read chord diagrams. Before you can make sense of a chord diagram, you need to know how your fingers are numbered on a chord diagram. The only numbers on a chord diagram are for your fingers. Index finger is number 1, middle number 2, ring number 3, pinky 4. The thumb doesn't count. A chord diagram is set up like the neck of the guitar. You'll see 6 lines. Those represent the strings. And it's not exactly as if you're looking down on the neck. It's turned sideways. But you can still get a good idea of the neck in this position. You'll see circles and X's. That means those are strings that you strum for the circles, and X's you do not strum with your right hand, okay? And then you see numbers placed on certain spots on this chord diagram. Again, it represents the neck of the guitar. 1 fret, 2 fret, 3 fret. So if you see numbers, that's for your fingers, and that's exactly where they go on the guitar. So for an E minor, You take finger number 1, which is your index finger, and you place it there, just like on the chord diagram. You take finger number 2, which is your middle finger, underneath, on the string underneath. You see no X's, which means you strum all 6 strings from top to the bottom. 6 down to 1. Another easy chord, which is just a 1-finger movement from the E minor, is what I call an easy G. Take that middle finger, finger number 2, and you put it there on that top string behind the 3rd fret. Now you know 2 chords. Now you may have noticed in making your 2 new chords that you've learned, that maybe all the strings are not ringing out properly. Here's where you adjust. You can see my thumb is way over the neck. That's because of the size of my hands, but if I were to come over too much, I'd be muting strings. And that's probably what you're doing. You know where to place your fingers now, but not all the notes are ringing out because your fingers are flattening. So again, get that thumb lower on the neck and push out so you can come out and at the strings. Just adjust till every note rings out. And instead of strumming, pluck every string. See, I wasn't out enough on that one. I muted that one, so I need to come out a little more. That was pretty good. I didn't like that second. There we go. Just adjust. And adjust your hand because that could cramp up. You're not used to doing that. Find that happy medium where you can still get everything to ring out and it's still not just cramping your hand up. However you need to do that. Because everybody's hands are different, right? And the size of the guitar might be different. So just, that's the goal, is to get these to ring out and it not give you arthritis, right? Okay, so now we know how to make our chords. We know how to hold our guitar. We're getting all the notes to ring out. Now, let's focus on the right hand a little bit. We know that we can strum all 6 strings on these 2 easy chords. So what I want you to do is just practice going 1, 2, 3, 4. Just strum one time. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure all your notes are still ringing out. Then I want you to do a practice where you can mute the strings. So just kind of put your hand on the string and pretend you're playing those chords. Then I want you to do beats. If you've ever tapped on the steering wheel while you're driving, this is the same kind of thing. Just start doing rhythms. Get far enough away from the strings where it's not, it's not too, there's not too much resistance there. Find that sweet spot where it's just kind of, and then start coming up. Your upstrokes can be lighter. They need to be lighter. So you can go a little more heavy-handed on the bottom. Just play around. You can do anything you want. Feel that rhythm. The next thing I want you to do, instead of muting, is play using those rhythms with the chords you've learned. Try switching. And then mute. And go back. Whatever you learn, whatever rhythm you learn on your right hand, you can totally do it while you're playing that chord. But this right here, without all that noise, really helps you build a feel for playing. The next thing I want you to do is take one of those simple rhythms. It can just be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever rhythm you've worked up that you feel comfortable with, now I want you to focus on making those two chords with that rhythm and changing from the E minor to the G seamlessly with no breaks. You're keeping that beat, you're keeping that rhythm. Okay, at this stage of the game, your fingers are probably really sore, okay, because you've been pressing these chords down for days. So take a day off. Just rest, it'll be fine. These are going to toughen up. This pain will not stay there, but give it a day and then come back to it. Now you're getting back to it. Your fingers are a little tender, but they're starting to toughen up. You already know how to hold the guitar. You have two chords you can make. You have a rhythm that you've established, and now you're changing chords quickly. You are now playing guitar. This will be fun. You'll keep doing it. You'll get better, and then you can start to progress and learn more chords, more strumming patterns, all the things. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to this channel and go to MyPOVGuitar.com for more lessons.